Illegal. I'm not. I didn't commit any crime. I haven't committed any crime. I did not traffic anybody, and I know this social part.
What is your name?
Olise.
Oli?
Olise.
Olise.
Yes.
And the allegations that they're making that you've trafficked these young guys, how true are they?
That's not true. We actually colleagues working together, and we're working with a sales and marketing company. And I'm actually very surprised that they say it's trafficking. I don't know why they use the word trafficking, which is against my ethic personally. And I just feel like at the end of the day, what happens to a young black man trying to be successful is what is happening to me.
Your status in the country? How
I'm legal. I'm very legal. As of last week, I was in the Home Affairs as well to confirm my legality as well. So I have nothing to hide. I already gave, as you can see, I'm in the van of the permit of Home Affairs as well, and I'm complete.
Owesilisa odabuka eMozambique for ID fraud eNdwedwe office. Lo wesilisa usathola iGreen ID book yase South Africa ayenza eMngeni office. Ube esenza nepassport. Ubanjwe esezolanda iSmart ID card abesesenzile naso. Kuma South African documents ubezibiza uNyasulu Bene Thabani kanti ezweni lakhe waziwa ngoMatshelane Gilberto Alberto. Ukuboshwa kwalomlisa sekulandela ukuboshwa kwenye insizwa yaseZimbabwe eboshwe mhla ka2 June 2026 kulo leli office. Nayo yabe seyine Green ID book yase South Africa eyibiza Sanele Bukuse ibe ingunyamanda Tech Show.
Hi. Hi guys. I'm recording this video after watching quite a number of different views on the issue of illegal immigration in the country. And I'm seeing a lot of young people have an opinion about it, and it's so heartwarming to actually see young people interested in this conversation. I mean, for the longest time, we've been just focused on one thing, you know, and that's entertainment. And now South Africans are finally waking up to the reality that there's deep conversations that need to be had in this country. Now, I'm going to ask one thing, and I'm not going to say much about it, that I've noticed a lot of people who are defending this issue of illegal immigration tend to say things like there won't be any jobs when illegal immigrants are gone, illegal immigrants are not contributing to the problems that you have in your country, illegal immigrants are not the reason that your government is not delivering services to you, and labeling anything and anyone who dares say anything against the influx of illegal immigrants and people hiding behind calling themselves refugees. And they use the excuse that it's not a problem and it's not a big a problem as we claim to be, and then they call you xenophobic or Afrophobic. This is the common thing that I've seen with people who are defending illegal immigration. First thing they do is they label you xenophobic. Now, once they've called you xenophobic, just know that they've created a barrier for you to have any say, because your word is no longer that of someone who's genuinely concerned. It's that of someone who has hatred or who has a mission or something. Watch how they're quickly trying to label everything as violent, as aggressive, but they're not doing the same thing when it comes to Ireland. So I'm going to ask one thing, that can the people who are talking about illegal immigration and defending it with their hearts and soul, for once tell the truth about the impacts of illegal immigration to a country? Because this is something that you can either read, you can even look, you can ask people around, you can research, etc., etc. Because you're not being honest with yourself if you want to talk about the issue of illegal immigration and you continue to lie and say that we are trading with other countries, the economy is this and that, it won't impact jobs, it won't impact service delivery. You know you're not telling the truth. You know you're not telling the truth. So guys, if you want a constructive conversation around the issue of illegal immigration, don't come in already on defense mode by calling people xenophobic, because you're creating a barrier around yourself so that you don't have to be interrogated about why you're supporting illegality. So stop doing that, guys. Stop giving labels like xenophobia, Afrophobia. That's gaslighting to its max. Let's remove xenophobia and Afrophobia now. And can those who are supporting illegal immigration explain in detail why they are supporting it, so that we can debunk everything that you're saying, especially when it comes to it, there won't be any jobs, and saying that the economy is not going to be affected in any way, and claiming that the service delivery won't be affected and crime won't be affected, and claiming that resources won't be affected, and claiming that the government is not being forced to account for all the other things that they are not delivering on, houses, water, etc., etc. So can we have a constructive conversation with the truth, please? Not hiding behind a defense mechanism with xenophobia and Afrophobia, because you're not calling the Irish xenophobic. You're not calling them that. You're saying it's racism, which is strange, because racism is going to happen and it has nothing to do with people living in your area and being foreigners. Racism can happen even if I go to another country and I see black people in that country, can still be racist. But here we're talking about people in my country and they're foreigners, and the impacts that foreigners have in my country. But a racist can travel even to another country and still be racist. So you can't call that what's happening in Ireland as only racism. Maybe it does have traces of racism, but it's not only racism. Why are you not calling them xenophobic, but South Africans are labeled as xenophobic for standing up for their own country against illegal immigration? The word illegal you like excluding as well. So let's have an honest conversation, especially with you people with NPOs and NGOs, and you're running all these groups that are funded to bring illegal immigrants into the country, and you know very well why you're defending them. Then you turn around and say it's us that are funded to defend our country. We don't need to get a cent to defend South Africa from illegality. Why would we need to be paid to defend illegality?
Ngiyabonga. Ngiqale ngombuzo wakho oqala, yini esenza ukuthi sicabanga ukuthi amamasha ngomhla ka-30 azohluka? Ingoba azoba maningi ngokwe-information esinayo, azoba endaweni ezehlukene, so ngamanye amagama azo-overstretch ama-resources ethu. Iloko okwenza ukuthi si-prepare ukuze bethi mabe masha babe safe, abamashayo nabangamashi futhi nabo babe safe. Ubuningi bawo lamamasha siyazi ke futhi ukuthi sesike sakubona kwezinye indawo ukuthi abantu uma kunemasha peaceful, then bekhona igroup ephuma yokwenza ubugebengu. Enye ema examples oyisibonelo ile yaseMaritzburg on Friday. A march was peaceful, it ended peacefully, and then there was a group then that took an opportunity and committed crime.
If you are an African foreigner living in South Africa, pack your bags and leave. Whether you are legal or you are not legal, please, I beg you in the name of God, pack your bags and leave. In fact, I am no longer in support of a united Africa, because honestly, I am tired of this our African continent. This African continent is made up of confused citizens. Honestly, South Africans, my dear people of South Africa, I'm still going to tell you people right now. I know some of you guys are saying that, oh, you guys are only tackling illegal migration. See, you guys are 150 million% correct to try and stop illegal migrations in your country. You are 150 million% correct. But I want to ask you, South Africans, I know you are complaining that African foreigners are committing crimes. Yes, they are. But as South Africans that is living in that country, I want to ask you, have you ever done anything possible to stop that your neighbor that is supplying drugs or powder to those foreigners to sell? Have you? Some of you South Africans, you know where these powders are being made. You know the angle. You know what you can. There is a popular guy in South Africa that is called Sisotola. I think one of the things he does is to tackle drug-related crimes in South Africa. Most of you, in fact, all of you South Africans know that guy because you guys always tag me to his videos. You know him. You know his number is on his page. And you know that this guy can solve some of the problems you have in your community. And you as a South African watching me right now, some of your neighbors They distribute powder, they sell powder. You know that and know that carefully. What have you ever done about it? Have you ever gone to that guy's page, take the number, send those evidence to that guy, and the guy doesn't come and arrest those people? South Africans, take a little bit accountability also. You guys are also part of the reasons why your country is trying to go downward. You guys, you are part of the reasons too. Your brothers and sisters in South Africa also sell drugs. They sell it, South Africans. I do understand that foreigners do it, but your brothers also do it. Some of you South Africans that I even say, South Africa is a country that they have a very, very tight border system. I do understand that people can walk through with food, but to use a car and come into South Africa full of drugs, it is actually difficult to do that. You cannot pass through it in the airport. By water, you cannot pass. That's even the world. You guys have one of the best navy systems all around Africa. So if these things are being brought into your country, or if it is possible for people to bring all this white powder into your country, if it is possible, that means people in the higher ranking officials allow these things to happen. And some of your brothers in South Africa who work in some of these places see those powders coming in. But because they benefit from it, they don't talk, they sit quiet. But when these powders are being distributed now to the African foreigners who go around the street and sell it, that is when they start putting their own voices and talkings. That's why this is what all of these things pains me. To stop a crime, you have to tackle it from the source. The source, to stop people. Let's say, for example, I'm a mafia. To stop my mafia gang, first of all, you have to tackle me first. That is the captain of the crime needs to be tackled first before the subordinates. South Africans, take a little bit accountability too. You guys are part of the problem in your country. In fact, I am going to say it and say it out loud and clear. African foreigners, pack your bags and leave South Africa. I don't know, maybe when you guys leave the drug will stop. Pack your bags and go, because honestly, African foreigners are not the one consuming those drugs. It is South Africans that do the consumptions. As an African, as a person, me seated here in my life, I have never taken any drug. In my life, even when I'm sick, I tell the hospital, don't give me painkillers. Because I am that kind of person where I know the kind of blood system I have. I am easily addicted to something. Once I start taking painkillers, that is my life is ruined, because I will need them every single time I do any difficult jobs. And I do difficult jobs today I do constructions, tomorrow I do delivery, tomorrow I do hawking, tomorrow I do this one, today I do this one. I don't have a stable source of income. And I know myself very, very well. If I start getting addicted to those painkillers, my life is already fucked up. It is. And you also as a parent, let me just say this out loud and clear. All the parents who are watching me that have drug children, that have crack babies, that have children who takes all those things. As a parent, in South Africa, the government provides free rehabilitation services for South African children who are addicted to those things. As a parent, when your child started taking those things, did you ever go to carry that child to those rehabilitation centers? Did you ever do it? You never did it. You sit and allow your child to be destroyed. And guess what? As a parent, you are taking zero accountability. You are not saying anything. Your child starting to take drugs. It's not the fault of you. It's not the fault of the child. It is the fault of the foreigner who supplies it. As a parent, first of all, 60% it is your fault. Yes, 60% it is your fault. 25% your child. The remaining percent out to the foreigners who are selling that drugs to your child. South Africans, take a little bit of accountability to please. Africans, let me say this to you people. African foreigners live in South Africa. I'm going to say that out loud and clear. You guys have no rights to commit crime in other people's country. In fact, not even in other people. In fact, you have no right to be walking around and committing crimes. Especially as an African, especially as a foreigner living in another person's country. You are not supposed to do it. You left your country for two reasons. Either you left it for safety concerns or for better life and better opportunities. I beg, let me go and drink water. I don't have anything else to say. Please don't forget to like and share. Tell me what you guys think under the comment section. One love.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing this face for the first time or you're coming across this page for the first time, welcome. So we've seen the videos, we've heard it. A lot is going on. An ID fraud. And this story is already sparking heated debate online. According to reports, a Mozambican national was arrested after allegedly attempting to collect documents from the Home Office in Ndwedwe. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Authorities claim the issue was discovered when he applied for a smart ID card and passport. Now, here's the question. Many South Africans are definitely asking, if this is the second similar arrest reported this month, how many more cases could still be slipping through the cracks? Are authorities finally tightening the system, or does this expose deeper weakness in South Africa's identity and immigration process? If we see in one of the videos, there was also an alleged Nigerian who was arrested for human trafficking. Guys, we are still fighting with immigration issues. We are still fighting with xenophobia issues, and migrants are still giving South Africans more reason to go hard on them. Guys, let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, because as it stands now, we really don't know what's going to happen on the 30th of June. And in another video, we see the police warn about the protest of June 30th, which is on Tuesday next week. And I definitely know a lot of arrests will be made because some hoodlums want to take opportunity to, loot and cause mayhem. So this brings us to another question, which is the immigration and identity issues happening in South Africa. It's important to remember that these allegations are allegations, and every accused person is entitled to due process. Things like this raise legitimate questions about documentation, security, and public trust. What do you think? Is enough being done to stop identity fraud in South Africa? Please drop your thoughts in the comment section, like, share, and to my returning subscribers, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe. Credit goes to everyone whose video was used. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.